And we're live. Well, not live, but we're recording for the first ever IRL episode. We did it. I am here in the great state of Texas, specifically Austin, and we're here in my nice little Airbnb apartment with the leather couch, and we have the one and only Amazon expert, Dave Seibert, folks.
We're here.
Live and in the flesh.
Woo woo. We made it.
And so thought we would do an episode IRL here today, and we're going to talk about some Amazon news and strategy updates in this episode, including an update to how Amazon Vine works that you should know about. But we're also just going to chit chat about what we're up to, stuff that is exciting for us right now, and also provide as many tips and tricks as we can to you as a seller and our 5 podcast fans that we have so far. So also I wanted to test out this new podcast setup that I got from good old Amazon. I got this whole little mixer board here and the whole mic setup. I got a couple mics, a couple headphones that I tested out and couldn't even get working today. So I'll figure it out. Just got out of the box. And so we are using the mics. We are recording directly via Restream. So the audio is not going to be perfect, but hopefully it'll be all right for you. So Dave, what's one thing exciting in your life right now?
Let's see. I think this weekend, we're going to Coffee and Chill.
Coffee and Chill.
Sunday.
Yes. So I am in Austin for 3 weeks, folks. This is my first time here. Dave, you've been living here for a couple of years?
Yeah.
From Boston to Austin. And obviously I've been hearing great things about the city for long, especially since COVID. And it seemed like a lot of people moved here, relocated here. And since I'm not based in the US, but I am a work remoter, I've heard many work remoter folks abroad say good things about doing time in Austin. And our first weekend, last week, we went to a sauna and an ice event. That was cool. It brings together like minds, the sauna and the ice bath.
Yeah.
No, it's just a taster. The main one is called Coffee and Chill. Tell folks what that's all about.
Yeah, I got the hat right here. Boom.
Oh, nice. You've got the merch.
Yeah, I got their little merch here. It's pretty cool. Essentially, they just take over a venue. Usually it's like a brewery or like some sort of indoor-outdoor space. And they set up a bunch of cold plunges, which is just like they use these big inflatable tubs so you can fit like 6 people in one. Fill them full of ice, and they've got a DJ there that's keeping the energy up and just a lot of brand activation. So I've actually told one of our clients to sponsor it, and I think that they're gonna do something for October. So I don't know if you'll still be here at that point, but one of Justin's clients actually is actually going to do an activation at the Austin Coffee and Chill. So good for brand exposure, especially if you're like a social media friendly brand. They're a supplement. They're like a gummy. So it's really good for them because then people can taste it and figure out if they like it or not. But yeah, they've got all these brand activations, some big brands, some local brands. And as a customer, we're just going to the event. We get lots of free stuff, which is a great experience. You pay for a ticket. It's usually like $20 to $30. You pay for a ticket, you get in, you get free, tasters, some stuff to take away. You can get a free massage, free final checks there too, free D12 shot. It's great. You leave there, they're usually Saturday mornings, and you leave there feeling all hopped up, ready for the day. And then, of course, they got coffee. Yeah, right there. They don't do sauna, though. Not the Austin one.
Oh, there's no sauna?
There's no sauna. Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds freezing.
It is cold. Yeah. Which is a shame. There's their competitor here, which is Jacoby Plunges. They rent out my buddy's little sauna trailer. So they've figured it out. But I talked to George about it, the guy who started Coffee and Chill, and he's like, too hot. It's too hot in Texas to do sauna. And I went, I don't know about that. But he said there's also lines. So like logistics wise, people want to stay in the sauna for 20, 30 minutes. People don't want to stay in a cold plunge for that long. So that was something they learned testing that in their Malibu location.
Okay, so they've done this in other cities.
Yeah,
Okay, I see.
I want the sauna though. It's like the
Yeah,
best.
I don't know if I've ever done ice bath without a sauna. I think they're two peas in the same pod as far as in my mind. But anyways, that's interesting. Lots of entrepreneurial spirit in this city, lots of e-commerce people. And so if you're in the US, which you probably are, and you feel like sponsoring an ice bath event, look up Coffee and Chill if you want to come to Austin and do that. Didn't you have a booth for your brand last time or
I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't yet because my brand is detergent, and I don't know.
not fun
Doesn't
enough?
not the best overlap. But if I had a coffee brand or if I had it's very much wellness brands. So like Everyday Dose, Bloom, New Tonic has been there. And then a lot of like, it seems like there's so many consumables, a lot of food and beverage, but also supplements. Plant People, they're a big one. They've been there before. So good for supplements for sure. Because
Yeah.
the crowd is all, biohackers and fitness people and influencers. So a lot of fitness and health products.
Right in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually met a couple brands at Coffee and Chill that have worked with us. I think one brand did a creative project with us, and I'm trying to convince Plant People to come over and work with us, but they're, they've got their agency, and typically it takes a reason for someone to leave an agency. It's hard to be like, hey, well, you'll enjoy working with us more and we'll do better. Usually it takes an agency to be like, they leave for a reason and they come to us. But just good to have those connections. Same thing with Bloom and Tonic. Like they're good products, but their Amazon is not optimized perfectly, especially New Tonic. I talked to the kid who was running that, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta do this and that." He's like, "Yeah, we got it covered." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know that you do."
I know that you do, man. You're not following all the tips and tricks. But yeah, that's very cool. Doing meeting other health brands IRL. So anyways, that's what me and Dave are up to. We are hanging out IRL. We've been working together for over a year and we're now hanging out IRL for the first time. First time IRL podcast.
Mhm.
Doing a lot of sauna, ice bath, cold plunge. It really is. I was telling you and someone else, the sauna and the ice bath places, they are the epicenter, health-minded, fitness-minded, like-minded.
Yeah.
There was this spot that opened up in Bangkok last year, and the first 2 months going there, I met more new friends than the previous 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you're someone that goes to the gym, yeah, sure, you can meet people at the gym, but there's like tons of gyms and it's so spread out. In any given city, there's only a few sauna and spa places. So there's that. And then if you're the type of person that likes ice bath and sauna, something about it just instantly it instantly says you're like-minded. I think Taylor was saying like you're someone who has discipline.
Yeah. You're like doing hard, uncomfortable things.
Yeah, hard,
That's what they
uncomfortable
say.
things. And then
Yeah.
also when you're sitting in a sauna with people, it's like a little meeting room.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do but just to say hi and meet the person and then have a hot box conversation.
And it makes the time go by fast.
Yeah.
If
it
I'm
takes
sitting in
money
there
off
by
the cost
myself, it's a
of
big
having a
difference.
conversation in the sauna.
That's how I bet most of my friends here too, is through the sauna or through someone I met at the sauna. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
also know it's like one of those things. If you go to the gym, people go to the gym for many, many different reasons. When you go to a sauna and cold plunge place, that's very niche.
Yeah.
Like go to a pottery studio. That person likes making stuff out of clay.
Yeah.
You go to the sauna cold plunge facility, you like exactly that cold plunge sauna.
Yes. And here's the other point. They are biohackers. That's the word. They're into biohacking. They listen to Huberman. They listen to fucking Joe Rogan.
Yep.
It's just, you just know it. And so you're instantly, okay, biohacker. Oh, you want peptides? What supplements are you on? They're fucking taking creatine. It's
Yep.
this type of person. And anyways, It's my rant on sauna and cold plunges, and they're really fucking community centers for that reason.
I just wish there were even more, you know? It would be great. And when we travel, like when we go to Brazil, it's like a hunt to try to find a place. And maybe you find like a gym that has like a tiny sauna. But there's not places like here or like in Bali where it's specialized because it's gotten popular enough. When you go to a place like Brazil, like you'll be lucky to find something.
There's gotta be
Yeah. But they don't
in
have
Rio.
those places like what we have here. Same thing in Boston. But now it's getting better. I can see that it's becoming more and more popular.
Rio, top 10 best sauna in Rio. Spa and wellness centers, Rio de Janeiro. Spa Ario. Sauna, Rio G Spa. Anyways, guys, that's the other thing that is incredibly exciting. Brazil is happening.
We're taking the show on the road.
Taking this podcast on the road, folks, for your entertainment. No, Dave's been the past 2 years. I've never been, so I can't say no. So very excited about that. I've heard great things about Brazil. Hopefully, you can find a nice sauna and cold plunge place. And yeah, that is coming to a YouTube near you. So, what do we got for Amazon news? I will just say out the bat, folks, that I have a new Amazon Profit Playbook for health brands. Right here, you are going to find the Profit Playbook. Amazon is a game of traffic and conversion. So you're going to see traffic, which is SEO, PC, non-PPC promotions, and external traffic. And then underneath here, what I'm building out is essentially these little cards. And when you click into each card, there's a whole document of SOP and what to do for each thing. So in the link below, you will find a link to the updated new Amazon playbook for health brands. And what I just updated right now is for part of the playbook for getting reviews is, of course, Vine. But apparently now you can enroll in Vine before launch. Dave, what's the update?
Yeah, so this is something that Amazon published an update on about a month ago. And pretty much they just allow you to enroll in Vine before activating your product. So you put your inventory into FBA, same as you did before, but instead of having your product automatically go live, you set the start date to be in the future, which this is a tactic that not every Amazon seller knows about, especially if you're not very familiar with the Canada Seller Central. But one of the most feedlot things to check off is when you build your listing and you send an inventory, you set the release date or the launch date in the future so that when your inventory gets to Amazon FBA, it doesn't automatically turn on, because that's what will happen is it'll be available for sale, but just delayed delivery times. And so most sellers are very, very familiar with paying a long product, build the listing, set the start date in the future, send the inventory, wait until everything is all checked in and fully active, and then turn it on and set the start date as that day. And now Amazon is saying, hey, when we do this, you can still enroll in Vine while you're waiting for everything to fully check in. It's like a nice thing to do. I wouldn't say it's like a mind-shattering tactic, but it is one of those housekeeping items where it's like, you should do that every time. If you're going to do Vine, get all of your reviews before you turn the listing on. So that, think about that. Day one.
Whoa. We're not talking about getting the reviews before the listing is live, are we?
We are.
Oh, that's what this means?
Yeah. So you know how most sellers, like when they build their listing, they set the start date as like 3 months in advance. And then once all the inventory moves from FC transfer into.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Vine Voices. I always just go to trusted.c ChatGPT. Vine Voices, receive them before the product is publicly available and can write reviews in advance.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can start
I was
already with
confused about this
30
whole
reviews.
thing. Okay. I thought you could just enroll before the product is before the inventory's in, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can start and
This
day
is
one of launch, like
this that's important. That is holy shit. Okay, okay. That is whoa. That is crucial. Because what does this mean? That means you're gonna save a lot of money on ads.
yeah,
Because
PPCs.
I was just gonna say the next question. And Dave, what do we do? What are we part of our playbook? When do we turn on ads? After you have 2 reviews. Why? Because no one buys shit with 0 or 1 reviews. So now you're gonna be able to turn on ads on day 1. This is gonna save you time and money. Oh. Oh.
Not bad. That's not.
That's conf
And then your 30 reviews in your first 30 days becomes 30 reviews in your first 0 days. You hit day 1 and you've already got your first 30 reviews from Vine. Yeah, it's really going to help with the wasted PPC spend in your first month.
Here it is. Amazon announces reviews can be obtained before product release. I mean, that makes sense. Good job, Amazon. That makes sense. So, wow, that's great. That's powerful. You're gonna be able to. It makes sense because during the honeymoon period, as soon as you go live, you already have, let's say, hopefully 10 plus reviews, and so you can drive the ads right there. So now you're getting sales right away. Hopefully, in that 1 to 2 month honeymoon period. Well, you don't have to wait that first 30 days as you have 0 reviews and then you climb up to 10. Huge needs, but I'm going to use. So, anyways, cool.
Okay.
What else do we got in your world? What's Amazon news noteworthy?
Let's see. TikTok ads now support buy with Prime checkout.
No way.
Yep. That was, I want to say it announced 3 weeks ago. So that's pretty decent.
Oh, wait. So if I'm understanding correctly.
So it's definitely a partnership with Amazon and TikTok. Amazon said initially they were like, we don't want TikTok to steal our market share. We want to try to be TikTok, and they tried to launch it, Amazon Inspire, and they try to do some social stuff. And this is them just kind of, in my opinion, throwing in the towel and saying, TikTok, you're better than us at this.
Yeah.
You're better than us at the entertainment side. So we will be your conversion side, because Prime and their network of fulfillment is superior to TikTok fulfillment. And so if you're already logged into Amazon and you're scrolling on TikTok, you see something that you want and you want to buy it, you can click buy with Prime. So that's the new thing. And as a seller, it just shows, all right, TikTok should be on the radar, should definitely be a priority. And this makes it so much more seamless for the customer. They can see your product and then see, oh, it's available on Amazon, buy with Prime. You do have higher shipping rates or shipping costs if you are doing buy with Prime compared to regular Amazon FBA, but it's cheaper than MCF, multi-channel fulfillment, slightly cheaper than that. And it's definitely cheaper than going to the post office and sending a product in the mail or having a 3PL. So,
okay, here's the Chat GPT. So what I'm wondering is, this is different than TikTok Shop, and are TikTok affiliate creators getting commission on these? And so okay, so let's read through this real quick so I can understand and everyone can understand. What is TikTok Buy with Prime? Buy with Prime is an Amazon feature allowing Prime members to enjoy trusted delivery and checkout. This now has been integrated into TikTok's ad platform, transforming how users shop through ads. You can show Prime branding and delivery promises in TikTok ads. So merchants using Shopify or WooCommerce and Buy with Prime can now embed Prime badges and real-time delivery estimates directly into their TikTok ads. Gotcha. These fast badges build shopper trust and drive D2C sales. Enable checkout without leaving TikTok. Okay, so and a smooth shopping experience upgrade as of August 2025. That's right now. TikTok ads support full buy with Prime checkout inside of the app. Users can complete purchases using their Prime account without navigating away. Okay. Power ads using Amazon's fulfillment and DSP. So it's going to utilize catalog ads to sync between Amazon and TikTok. Whoa. fulfillment runs through Buy with Prime or MCF. Sellers can also leverage Amazon's DSP to retarget platforms using Amazon listing. Whoa. Sellers can also leverage Amazon's DSP to retarget users across platforms using Amazon listing and site behavior data. How to set up TikTok on Amazon Buy with Prime. Okay. So what I'm wondering is how this affects TikTok creators. Install the TikTok integration. That's great, ChatGPT. I'm wondering, how does this affect TikTok affiliate creators? I'm assuming and guessing that if someone is a TikTok affiliate creator, that goes through TikTok Stream, not Buy with Prime, or does it depend on the product? Can you elaborate? Help us understand things. By the way, folks, I highly recommend, I never type to ChatGPT. I only dictate like what I just did there. I've blown a couple of people's minds. It's infinitely easier, as you can see. I just talk to it, and I never use I don't want to talk to a robot. No. I just dictate, say what I want to hear, and then boom, it's there. It's very crop affiliate model, Buy with Prime on TikTok, So does it depend on the product? Yes. Past depends on where the product is listed and how the brand wants to sell it. Okay. If the product is in TikTok shop, affiliates can promote it and earn commissions. If the product is being run by Buy with Prime, affiliates there's no revenue share on this. Gotcha. That's what I assume. Two different checkout functions. Buy with Prime checkout and TikTok, how it's always. And the TikTok shop checkout is integrated with the TikTok shop affiliate program, if anyone wants to do. Gotcha. Okay, that's very, very interesting. For some brands may do both. For awareness and influencer-driven sales, list them on TikTok shop so creators can push them. Yeah. For performance ads and remarketing, run the Buy with Prime catalog ads. Interesting. Strategic implications for brands. TikTok shop equals influencer channel. Yep. Buy with Prime equals brand first channel. In summary, TikTok affiliates only earn commission on TikTok shop. Yeah, that makes sense. Want me to map out a hybrid strategy for that brand? Yes. So this is interesting. What comes to mind in my mind is the benefits of, because I know currently a lot of brands on TikTok will just say, go check out on Amazon, and they go to Amazon and they get the rank benefit.
Right.
If you buy Prime, you don't get the ranking benefit. It's not an Amazon order.
Yeah, true. And you also have worse margins, most likely. Because yes, you avoid the 15% referral fee. You only pay TikTok's 8%, but then you pay the higher fulfillment fee.
If they buy it on Amazon or Buy with Prime.
Buy with Prime is more expensive than an FBA fulfillment fee.
But if they're doing Buy with Prime, there's no referral fee. There's no platform fee, right?
Right. You save 7% there. So I think there's a certain price threshold where it's going to make sense. But for example, if you're like a $20 product and you save 7%, that's 25. It's like $1.50 that you're saving for a $20 product, but you pay a lot more for your shipment fee. So for example, if you're like a small standard product or like, let's say supplements, because a lot of our clients are supplements, you're large standard most likely, and you are pretty light, less than a pound, maybe a pound. Your shipment fee is probably going to be around $4, maybe $4.50 per unit. The minimum shipment cost with Buy with Prime is $7. So it's like, all right, you saved money on the referral fee, but you ate the frog with the shipment fee. So customer would be better off going to Amazon and just buying it direct, and you pay the FBA fee. Prime.
Interesting. ChatGPT is saying the fulfillment fee is the same on Buy with Prime compared to FBA, and you just basically save a little bit on the referral fee. There's no referral fee.
I'll give you the calculator. Slack. Here's the link, the Buy with Prime calculator. It says there, you can put in an ASIN. You can do it that way, but there's a rate card here that you can see for pricing, and 2025 rate card for small standard, minimum of $5.33. For large standard, something that's 4 ounces or less, $5.75 fulfillment fee. And then not only that, they have a holiday rate card. Which I don't think FBA fees don't spike in Q4. It's just storage fees.
I feel like FBA fees have
also
in the
spike.
past. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm showing it on the screen here. Anyways, I would say, as always in business, it takes some deep diving and some consulting with yourself, or, take some strategy and figure out what makes sense for you and your goals and crunch the fucking numbers. And yeah, there's no one way to skin the cat. You just got to crunch the numbers and think about what are your goals, what are you trying to accomplish, and do what makes sense for you. That's why you got experts and e-com nerds like us. Anyways, that's interesting. It makes sense. It makes sense. Amazon's like giving people on TikTok that nice, comfortable Prime little badge. People know that trusted Prime thing. It's gonna come to you fast. It's fulfilled through Amazon. But TikTok, they gotta be taking their 8% still.
Right.
So what are my selling fees if I am a supplement seller selling on TikTok via Buy with Prime? How much does TikTok take? And how much does Amazon take? Yeah, this is it's very, very interesting. Also, that DSP retargeting sounds like you can use DSP and connect that to TikTok ads.
Yeah.
That's very, 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 very interesting. Obviously, you still got to have really great creative, as with all creative video ads. You got to test. But in my experience and knowledge, TikTok, it's got to be TikTok. It's got to be a Tiki video, not your standard commercial shit. Yeah. TikTok takes Amazon as TikTok does not take a percentage of the order like in TikTok Shop. Interesting. All ad costs are under your control. You pay TikTok the same way you would for any ad campaign. So it sounds like this Buy with Prime is only for ads.
Yeah.
Ads.
And interesting.
So TikTok's like, all right, this will get more people to pay us with ads.
Yeah.
But Amazon's like, all right, well, let us put the Buy with Prime on TikTok. More people are going to spend on your ads. More people are going to buy on TikTok. At the end of the day, TikTok gets the ad money. Amazon gets the fulfillment money.
Yeah, and it's just the creative that needs to be TikTok style.
TikTok.
But as an Amazon seller, I wonder from an ads perspective, can you get away with running ads for Buy with Prime without really needing to be investing so much in TikTok, like TikTok Shop and TikTok creative? It's like, what if you're just a supplement brand and you're like, well, I don't really want to talk about my ashwagandha gummies on TikTok 24/7 or hire another agency to do that, but I would like to put some spend behind it and test some creative and see the impact of that on Amazon. Yeah.
This is interesting. We're going to start offering this ASAP.
Yeah.
We're going to start offering this ASAP for our supplements clients. And if you're interested, hit us up. But this big picture, zooming out for a sec, TikTok and Amazon just got a little bit more cozy in bed together. They got one arm over the shoulder right now, and they're touching a little bit. They got one arm, they're leaning, and so things are heating up. Amazon, TikTok, and at the end of the day, this partnership makes sense. It's just more people going to buy more shit. So yeah, we can definitely mess with this. So ChatGPT says higher margin potential with Buy with Prime than TikTok Shop, since TikTok isn't taxing each order. With Buy with Prime, you get the emails and order data. Shop doesn't give you that. Oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
Kind
of just like Amazon, they don't give you their email. Interesting.
If that's the case, if that's true, and we would need to look into that, and you could run ads where you not only get a purchase, but you get the customer information, that's gold. Not only do you get a purchase from your Amazon inventory, sure, it doesn't help the algorithm, but it means that, because the benefit and why brands do D2C and have their own website is so that they can own the customer data. If that's actually true, and you could just run ads on TikTok as an Amazon seller and the purchase goes through your Amazon inventory, but you get the customer information and you could retarget them. I mean, I would want to look into that. That's very interesting.
Because essentially it's an order through your website via the Buy with Prime button on your website. So, but now essentially all that they're doing, I mean, forever you could do, because essentially what TikTok Shop is connecting your Shopify to your TikTok page, and you could have the buy with Prime button on your Shopify website for a long time. Now they're just okay. You can also have that buy with Prime button on your little TikTok listing. It was fulfilled with Prime anyways via Shopify because you're already using FBA connected to Shopify. But now they're just letting people know, shoppers know on TikTok, this is fulfilled by FBA, it's fulfilled by Amazon, it's fulfilled by Prime. Just letting you know, it's got this little blue badge. That's essentially it.
And if you think about it too, like as a D2C seller, how do you get more traffic? Paid ads. It's like Google ads, Facebook ads are the two big ones historically. And those people really don't know anything about you. So you have to pay for them to go to your website, you know? And that's like cost per click model. Facebook, I think, cost per CPM. So, but with TikTok now, they've seen a demo of your product through that ad. And then sure, some people will buy, some people won't. But for all the people that have bought your product, then now they're in the system. And you don't have to have an amazing website. It's the purchases on TikTok. They don't have to go to your website and then maybe they bounce or they're like, this website doesn't look good. I want to look into that because if you could easily just set up a regular old website, just, the conversion doesn't happen there. Somebody's going to decide to buy from the ad on TikTok without, it says right in their thing, it says natively without leaving the app. So it could be good for sellers that don't want to be D2C brands, but they want to have some of that own some of that customer information.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Because before it was just TikTok Shop checkout via TikTok Shop's like payment gateway and all that. I'm just wondering about like, oh, this is very interesting that TikTok is not taking a platform fee now for these. Maybe this is why. This because it's only for an ad. It's only for TikTok ads. So you've already kind of essentially paid TikTok for the ad spend. With TikTok Shop, it doesn't need to be a paid ad. It can just be any post tagged with a product.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So these are only ads. Yeah, this will be very, very, very interesting. We're going to be taking some swings of the bat and testing this out with some of our clients here. Anyways, cool. What else is going on in the world of Amazon?
Let's see. Also, by the way, if anyone wants to learn more about this partnership, I got the link to the webinar, so we can add that one. There's the TikTok Amazon webinar where this was announced. I have the link, so I sent that to you as well, so we can add that for you. The other new, it's just like a small UX thing that they're testing is this add to tomorrow's delivery or add to the next delivery on the mobile app. So if you've already placed an order and then while you're shopping, instead of saying add to cart and then buy now, it says add to cart and below it says add to tomorrow's delivery. And you can just click that and it won't even take you through to checkout. It'll just automatically add that. So because when you click buy now, I think it needs to verify where you're sending it to and then verify your payment address. But because you already did that on the first purchase, then it's just a one-click buy.
Yeah.
So they're making life easier for customers.
Yeah. I noticed that when I was doing some shopping here.
I noticed that, and I noticed the new coupon customer experience. They were testing a different color versus the usual green. Now they have this, it's still green, but instead of saying like $100 off, it shows the price. So if your product was $100 with a $20 coupon, it doesn't call a coupon anymore. It says coupon price $80, and then you click it there. So they're just testing that out as well. I always kind of go back and forth about like price drops versus coupons, because coupons you have to pay the fees, and now Amazon has increased the fees. But what this is telling me is the fact they're testing all this change in customer experience, and they increase their own margins. Coupons may get higher priority because it used to be just 60 cents coupon fee, and now it's like there's the base fee. We'll have to look this up of what the official fees are right now, but it's like a percent base. All I know is it's more expensive, and that kind of made me say like, well, the customers we could just give the a better price to the customer. But we're marketing guys. We all know it's not always about the price. It's about the consumer psychology, the need of getting a good deal, and that's what works. Yeah, let's see what is it now? 2.5% of total sales generated through that coupon.
Mhm.
So interesting.
Wait.
2.5.
$5 per coupon created, just a one-time thing,
Yeah.
and then 2.5%. Okay, so essentially 2.5% extra of total sales.
So we
Yeah.
have to do the math of 10 times 0.025. It's 25 cents. So if your product is essentially, I want to say $30 or more, 0.025.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if your product's essentially $24 or more, you're paying more for coupons nowadays than what you were.
Yeah.
Uh,
Look, ChatGPT said that right here. It said better for items under $24, more costly for higher priced products.
yeah.
Okay. That's good to
got-
know. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So if you're selling like mattresses for $2,000, don't do coupons.
Yeah.
That's insane. 2.5%. It's pretty
Yeah.
hefty.
So instead do sale price. So just have the regular price discounted and play around with that. For coupons, subscribe and save coupon. How does it work for subscribe and save coupon? What is Amazon's fee? Let's see. What about subscribe and save coupons? What about subscribe and save coupons, the fees for those? Amazon treats them exactly like the same as other coupons. $5 fee per coupon created, 2.5% of total coupon distributed sales. This fee applies regardless of coupon type, including standard coupons, subscribe and save coupons, reorder and save coupons. This replaces the old 60 cents per redemption.
Do they consider sales net sales after factoring in the coupon? Or I would assume that's how they do it, but they're not factoring in the non-coupon price, right?
Does the 2.5% apply for the after coupon price, I'm assuming? Exactly. You've got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're taking whatever the customer pays. That makes sense. They're taking 2.5%. So on subscribe and save coupons, which we're a big fan of.
Kind
But
of
the thing with subscribe and save coupon is it's just for the first order. It's just an extra percent off the first 20% off subscribe and save orders. So let's see. Save 20% on total human. Save 20% off. Oh, that's not a subscribe and save coupon, is it? Is it? So what I mean by subscribe and save coupon is, let's scroll down here. Here we go. Extra 25% off when you subscribe Centrum. So I am going to go, when I'm on the one-time purchase, it says, hey, there's a coupon, save 25% off when you select subscribe and save. And I have to click it. Here we go. Save an extra 25% off on your first subscribe and save order. That is a subscribe and save coupon. 25% off coupon applied. Yes. After I check it, then it says this, which is a little bit confusing.
Now, because Amazon's language says sales driven from coupons, I just want to verify they only get credit for the first subscribe and save order and not, they don't take 2.5% ongoing, because I can envision them saying that our coupon caused
Got
those
the
orders.
sale, yeah.
So I would want to ask chat that.
Hey, my Amazon expert genie robot, AI, artificial intelligence, Amazon person. Okay, we just want to clarify. So for a subscribe and save coupon, which is an additional percentage off their first subscribe and save order, we're assuming Amazon is taking that coupon fee, that 2.5% coupon fee, only on that first subscribe and save order, correct? Not all of these subsequent subscribe and save orders that are not discounted. Is that correct? Subscribe and save coupon is a one-time incentive to get customer to start the coupon. The 2.5% coupon fee only applies to orders that actually redeem the coupon. Okay, great. Subsequent recurring subscribe and save shipments where no coupon is applied do not incur coupon fees. Yeah, good.
Good.
Cool.
Just gotta make sure.
Yeah. That's great. And that is, that's very, very, very great. By the way, for those that listened all the way to the end, or at least this far to the podcast, I actually made a GPT called Seller Central Genie, and it's trained on Seller Central stuff. So if you want access to this GPT, just let me know. Riley at amazingmarketingco.com. So cool. That was already some really helpful stuff. I learned some stuff today.
Yeah.
I think we all learned some stuff today. What else do you have
Let's see.
around your agenda?
I'm excited about that buy with Prime TikTok ads.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting.
Once again, folks, sponsored by my free Amazon Profit Playbook, constantly being updated. It will be inside of Miro here, which is the go-to best whiteboard tool in the game. I was actually doing a run today in downtown Austin, and I happened to run by like some offices, some conference room, and I noticed they just had a huge screen and a Miro board, just like a whole
Nice.
advanced Miro board. And I was like, Miro
Yeah.
and sweet. So
I thought you were gonna say that you ran by the Jungle Scout office because that's right down the street. They have like a little mini office. I didn't know that, but I saw their logo in there. I was like, hey, we
really,
use those guys.
yeah, good old Jungle Scout. Ran by Canva, ran by Google every day.
Oh yeah,
Google's got their big castle, their big glass
that's pretty
scary
sweet.
castle.
That's where Kelly's gonna get to work pretty soon because his company is getting bought by Google, and so they're gonna get moved into that space. Well, so that'll be cool. I heard they have a nice cafeteria there.
Probably better be. Jesus, they're fucking trillionaires over there. Yeah. As the Amazon Prime semis drive by in our background here.
And we saw Flippa office.
Flippa office, Canva office. A lot of tech here in Austin. It's like I mean, since COVID, a lot of Silicon Valley moved here.
Yeah, that's very
It's a
interesting.
more fun Silicon Valley, less taxes.
Good nature.
Yeah, great place. Great for running. I was running pretty much every day so far along the river, downtown.
The trail is a really popular place to run this trail along the water. It kind of follows a circle because you're on the city side, so it's like nice and paved here. But then when you go across on the other side, it's like more dirt. And it's like a 7-mile loop around Ladybird. So yeah, it gets packed on the weekends. It's super nice.
Nice. Have to check that out. Yeah, it's just Amazon and Google's world, and we just live in it, isn't that? Isn't that right, folks? Let's just be honest. It's Amazon and Google's world.
Well, they're here too. Amazon has the Amazon business team based in Austin, and then the Buy with Prime team is here too as well. So it's funny we're talking about that.
Let's go knock on their door
Yep.
and say, hey, promote your podcast. We're promoting your products.
Actually, I haven't even talked to you about this yet. So Amazon Ads reached out to us. They are starting a series essentially for Amazon educators like us, people that talk about Amazon on YouTube, on LinkedIn. And so Amazon Ads is actually potentially going to promote an education series with us where they're going to give us topics for, I think they had 10 different topics that they want us to talk about. And they said they'd compensate. So that's an actual.
Oh, they compensate?
So we'll see. They reached out to us last week, and then I just talked to them this morning. So
wow. Good job, Amazon. Good job.
Showing us some love.
Yeah, their agency partner program people keep emailing me. They want us to refer them. I mean, they want us to refer them new to brand. Oh, we should refer them the guys that onboarded today. New to Amazon brands. That's kind of their whole thing. They're in biz dev, right? They want to get companies on Amazon.
Yeah, right.
Give them more money, right? Come on, more companies on Amazon. So these guys today, existing company doing existing revenue, and now they want to expand on Amazon. That would be a perfect one.
I think what we should try to do when I talk to them is try to say, hey, whenever we have a client that's new to Amazon, you give us $500 in ad credit for them. And I think that we could easily do this for like any new AMC client that's launching. Hey, give us some free money to spend in our first 30 days. That would be nice. And I know that they do that for new sellers. They have incentives for ad credits.
Yeah, he was sending me the list of the benefits if we refer them to the agency partner referral program. I think actually free coupons was part of the thing too.
Nice.
And maybe access to the Amazon homepage or certain sections on the homepage and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Amazon, they're just keep on expanding until they have buy with Prime on Mars, and maybe within our lifetimes. Wouldn't that be crazy? Order Amazon from space,
that'd be insane.
Prime rockets. Jeff Bezos
Blue Origin.
will have just a big Prime, and it's doing deliveries to people in space stations, and who knows what we're gonna have in our lifetimes.
It's gonna have some aliens using
Yeah.
their
If the aliens are here by then yeah, the alien, whatever currency the aliens are using, they'll have their Prime accounts. They need their supplements. They need their protein powders. So, yeah. Well, today we first IRL podcast, so that's a milestone for us. That's fun. Still a couple more weeks in Austin, and then bringing our laptops to Brazil, and the show continues.
first South American podcast.
Yeah, first
Not too bad.
podcast south of the equator. Yeah,
Southern Hemisphere. Bali, it's Southern.
Bali is in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, but we technically we started this podcast when I was here. Did we? No, we did. We did the first one. We did like the working with us one. That was like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, first one with these official mics that I just got on Amazon, and this Rodecaster thing. I got to figure that out. But yeah, always fun to try out the new setup. Gotta love Airbnb, man. Airbnb is the greatest. Airbnb laptop lifestyle. Any other final words or things on your mind for today, or any other topics?
The only other topic I had on the list was with the Walmart integration. They've got a direct partnership with Amazon now. So if you are an Amazon seller and you want to start selling on Walmart, you can now use your FBA inventory. They have a direct integration to where an order will come in from Walmart, fulfill from Amazon FBA. So it's big news, honestly, because Walmart is one of those things where if you're successful on Walmart.com, and it's pretty easy to start selling on Walmart.com, like the setup as a seller. I would say it's easier than Amazon to actually get your products active and listed. But obviously it's a smaller marketplace. It's nothing compared to Amazon. But if you start doing well, then that's easier bridge to retail, because you have that proof point of, well, Walmart customers like buying, my product. So you should stock it in stores. But that's just one more thing that Amazon is doing to spread its reach.
Yeah. They really want to be not just the biggest store, but the biggest logistics company in the world. They want to, dominate.
And that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Scary, but interesting, because if they dominate logistics, they control everything. Like, well, if you're an e-commerce seller and all of your inventory, that TikTok, Walmart, Amazon, your website, it's all fulfilled from Amazon FCs, like, they got you. And they're charging you not that much for, storage and fulfillment relatively right now, but that could be a very interesting lever for them. And so we're increasing this by 5% this year, and then boom, that's good for their investors. So
yeah, I was just thinking about that. And what was coming to mind is I was actually doing a rant video yesterday about, so Amazon's got their robots. They got their humanoids that they're building. Same with Tesla, and all these companies are building their own humanoids. And I mean, for the past 100 years, it's been every factory in the world has been more machines, less humans. It's just kind of gone down like that. But the slope is going to go like this, and it kind of already is. I mean, Amazon's already got in their fulfillment centers, these shelves on wheels,
yeah,
it's so automated.
yeah,
So automated, like incredible. It's probably one of the most automated advanced fulfillment centers in the world. I mean, obviously it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying is it's going to get even more automated, and there's going to be a little bit less humans, just especially now that these as these humanoids over the next 5, 10 years come in, it's going to be just a little less humans, a little less human. And so what I'm thinking is like, I mean, in theory, the whole thing with this humanoid robot revolution in the next coming decade is it will drive the cost of goods down because the cost of making things and companies will need to pay less humans. It'll make things cheaper. But so I was like, I wonder if FBA and Amazon fees will get cheaper. But it's like, maybe not though. Amazon, like that's not the nature of corporations. They don't just go, we're lowering fees, guys, unless there's extreme market pressure to do so. But they kind of already have so much of a monopoly, they'll just take more margin in the future with more robots. So I wouldn't hold my breath on less fees. I mean, they charge just as much. I mean, this is economics 101. They charge just as much fee as possibly can in the marketplace due to supply and demand. And I mean, this has been for 10 years that every year there's a little bit more fee, a little bit more fee, a little bit more.
Yeah, they get you from one side or the other. I think that really is, you have to have a product that's valuable.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. You can't, the days of just being able to source something and then sell it are over, because now all of the factories are well versed in Amazon. Then there's plenty of Chinese companies out there. And I was reading into the acquisition of Pattern, or not the acquisition, the public. They're going public. So Pattern is the number one third-party seller on Amazon by revenue. And they just filed to go public. They filed for their IPO. And in their kind of like public release documents, there's a few points that talk about why they are able to have the margins that they have. They have very impressive margins. We'll see if it pans out. We'll see if it ends up actually IPOing. They just only filed for it. One of the number one things that is why they have high margins is because they don't operate in niches that are dominated by Chinese sellers, dominated by low cost competitors. So think like premium beauty, like very high quality supplements. So they have very, very high niches where customers are used to spending more to get the best quality. So they stay away from home and kitchen. Because home and kitchen, it's like you're buying a cutting board, you're going to buy the cheapest one. You're buying dish towels, you're going to buy the cheapest ones. Or the majority of the market is dominated by that. And Amazon's algorithm cares about conversion rate and unit velocity and ship time. Those are the three main things that impact organic rankings. Is how many units do you sell for that keyword search? How quick can you ship to the customer, geolocation, and then how well do you convert? And so if you think who statistically is going to stack up the best, it's the cheap stuff, because cheap stuff has volume. And so because of volume, it means that it's well stocked across the country. So therefore the ship time is going to be better. And then it's the easy no-brainer purchase. So the conversion rate is going to be pretty good. And so you have to be very, very careful when you're picking what product to launch. Who are you going to be fighting against? And are you fighting like a losing battle? And Pattern is someone that has cracked that plan. They figured it out. I think they had 35% contribution margin, which is really high for an Amazon seller, especially at that size.
Yep, absolutely. Amazon's fees are probably not going down unless you're a super techno optimist and the robots and artificial super intelligence is coming to make everything cheaper.
Or you come and talk to people like us and we help you figure out how to get into a lower fee category.
Help you fix your business.
Fix your packaging, make it smaller, make sure it fits in the right fee category. We were talking about it on another call. It's like there are ways to save some money, but most of the time Amazon's going to raise cost of everything.
Yeah. But make sure, you have an Amazon expert check your whole business and make sure your fees are as low as they can be. We can also audit your cost of goods, your supply chain and all of that. And then there's the whole marketing side, which is the whole other thing. Cool. To the 3 people that listened to the end, if you did, leave a comment below. Let us know. That's awesome. What questions do you have? And maybe we can include that in the next episode. If you're a super fan, you can follow on Spotify and listen if you absolutely love us. And anything else come to mind?
No, That's everything I had on my news list. I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming out every week.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, over an hour, so we will wrap it up. And yeah, link below for the Ultimate Profit Playbook. That'll be right here inside of Miro. And inside each card is more information on the strategy for that element. Alrighty. Boom.